Has the market rally stopped? Last week we saw aggressive buying on risk on pairs, but we're starting to see traders sell the rally this morning. Here's what traders need to know now. Canada's economy is showing a significant slowdown in economic growth for the first time in 3 quarters. Poor economic outlook has prompted investors to start flocking towards the loonie in hopes of a more hawkish stance from the Bank of Canada. On top of this, oil prices climbed another 1% today after European Union's embargo on Russia as they search for other sources of oil. Taking a look at Aussie CAD on the 4-hour chart is in a support zone with a trend line below it. The 1-day time frame suggests that a bounce could take the pair to this target level of resistance. With that said, oil is worth taking a look at on the 1-day and 4-hour time frames. The 4-hour trend line suggests that the price could be coming up to somewhere in the low 120s before it hits resistance. The 1-day time frame shows a break and close above a previous high around this level from Friday of last week. That recent break should serve as a new support should price retrace. The stock market starts off the day in the red as bond yields rise and the 10-year note hits above 2.8%. It looks like investors are taking some profits off of the recent rally, but today's dip might still be an opportunity for institutions to continue their aggressive buying that's been going on since last week. The most recent 4-hour candle shows hard selling pressure towards the downside as the psychological 4,100 level sits just below. On the other hand, the 1-day chart doesn't show any clear resistance until the 4,300s. So the index may have some room to run to the upside.
So SPX, we've had a decent push. Bit of a risk-on environment even during this pullback. So that's important. We're seeing some yen weakness even during this pullback. So do people know more than we do? Are we going to retest this area for continuation to the upside? I think it's probably better to look at these from a higher time frame perspective. Obviously, we are still in a downtrending environment. I mean, technically, you can say we've broken this daily anchor here. Does that mean we've changed trend? For me, there's some people that say yes. There's some people that will say no. I need a little bit more confirmation. I'm certainly not saying we're moving to the upside now. I do like how the markets are kind of acting this. I think this will be a key area here that we're reaching to. Will the market then decide that this previous resistance is going to become new support? In which case, if it does, if you get that bullish momentum here, looking at that continuation of sales on the yen, looking at that continuation of sales on the Swiss against those risk-on currencies, Aussie, Kiwi, CAD, would certainly make sense. Now, if we do break underneath here, right, I'm not going to say panic. I don't think it is panic because we have come from a decent move, but I wouldn't be as confident. So the US session today, and bearing in mind we do have NFP on Friday, right, that will affect the markets. But I would like this area to hold, okay? And if we do hold this area, I can see potentially some decent movement up into the kind of top of this channel corrective that we've been in on. So, if we analyze price action, right, from this latest leg, right, we can see some kind of clues that this may happen. So if I zoom in here so you can see it a little bit better. It's on our first leg down, right? We've got impulse, corrective, impulse, corrective, and then we stall here and we push to the upside, okay? Notice on this second leg, we've got impulse, corrective, impulse, corrective. Now, the bottom, very similar to price action that we're getting now, right? We're breaking through these anchors, i.e. breaking through these anchors. We've got to push up to this area. So if we do hold this, I think maybe there is an argument. There will be some restrictions. There'll be some... it'll be tough to get up there because it's against that trend. But I think we could end up potentially making our way up here, which will probably coincide with around that 200 MA. And then again, we have a decision to make. So I do think we're in a key area right now in terms of this 4-hour chart. I would just like to see some bullish momentum, but let's let the market tell us that before we go all in and say, okay, it's looking pretty good to continue to the upside. The dollar. I mean, what's everybody else's thoughts? This is just my personal thought. I'm wrong many times. I'm right sometimes. I'm wrong many times. Are you thinking this pushes? Are you thinking the market falls off? Do you think this is a slight dead cat bounce, as they say, where we're kind of trapping in some potential buyers into stocks here and we continue on down? Do people still think that will happen? Can we see some movement up here, or what are your guys' thoughts? Remember, markets are made up of people. Everybody has a different opinion. Okay, dollar. The dollar. The dollar, again, the dollar is in a really interesting position here. So dollar pairs for me like the 50% fib, right? If you watch dollar pairs, they do like to pull back, not every time, but a lot of times back to around that 50% area, okay? So we pushed on, we can create this as our initial impulsive structure, right? From here to here on this daily. Look where we've tagged right now, daily 50, okay? So price action is starting to look a wee bit better, as they say in Scotland. It's looking a wee bit better for this to be a pullback continuation, right? I still wouldn't rule out a potential bounce from here and then a deeper corrective before potential continuation, depending on what happens on Friday. But for me, if we get a bit of extra volume coming in here, okay, and if we get our decent, I mean, not to that extent, but, you know, a decent bullish bar at the end of trading today with some dollar strength coming in. Yes, I know NFP is on Friday, but as a technical trader, that's really kind of irrelevant to me. This may be a decent opportunity to buy this dollar on a pullback for continuation, right? Again, one of the reasons I use volume is to determine where this potential pullback is coming to an end. So if we do see some volume coming in, it might not be one day, maybe it'll be 2 days, but some volume coming in at the bottom of this area, around that 50% fib for continuation, I think as a play on dollar longs, you know, maybe dollar yen potentially, depending on what the index does, maybe some decent plays there. You got a feeling it'll drop back down to the low, you know? Yeah, it could do. I mean, the path of least resistance right now on the markets is down. It is down, right? So we have to remember that, and maybe, you know, maybe us as people, again, remember markets are made of people, are kind of optimistic by nature, really. So maybe, yeah, let's see. I do think this is key, and I just think we get up there, but I could be completely wrong.
Don't miss out on the latest trades called out in our VIP group. Inside the VIP group, you'll get notifications on your phone or desktop whenever we take a trade. Get our entries, exits, and analysis now by joining the A1 Trading VIP community. In the description below, you'll find a link to sign up. Make sure you use the code A1YT for a special discount for subscribers. If you have any questions at all, drop a comment and send us a DM. See you inside.
Interested in seeing our trades live as they happen? By joining the A1 Trading Discord, you'll get a notification every time one of our traders enters a position. Each trade we share comes with an entry price, a stop loss, and most importantly, a full breakdown of why the trade was taken. Learn alongside our experienced traders, join our active chat room, and ask your questions in our coaching webinars. Between our team of active traders, we trade Forex pairs, commodities like gold and oil, crypto, and stocks. By joining the group, you'll be able to keep up with all of it. Sign up today using the link in the description, and don't forget to use our promo code listed below for a special subscriber discount. Thanks for watching, and see you inside.